Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Your Urfreshtv Sports FOE Extra episode 21, brought to you by R.L_coaching, the real V10. How are you, V?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Cool. In the house tonight, we have Saha. This is part 2. In the room with us, we have, starting in the far side, introduce yourself. Daz.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yusuf.
Bradley Hudson-Odoi, aka BHO10.
In the middle. Jordan. To the right.
Good dogs.
Cool. Introductions done. So, coming up to maybe 8 months ago, we had Saha part 1. It was a very different looking run then. I think it was T, Old Gaffer, Locks, and was you in it, race?
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're back this time. Very different looking race. You look so different in that now,
It's
innit?
mad different
Yeah.
still.
Or Daz, should I call you Daz? Daz, cool. So listen, first of all, thank you for coming on. Giving up your Friday evening, even though we were supposed to start 42 minutes ago. I'm not going to say you made us late, but obviously we know how things go. People are busy. So listen, straight away, we're going to get to the nitty gritty stuff. Obviously, this is part 2, so I don't feel that we need to do an intro to who is Saha. What I will say is, when people see this podcast and see we've done Saha, the first thing that people have said to me is, they're just the team that got beat by RB. Now, 2 of you played in that game, so I think it's really important to start this podcast with, let's address that game, right? So I want to know, after that game, was nearly a year ago, there was a lot of change. T ended up going, new players coming in. It's a very different look Saha now. I want to know how much that result contributing to shaking things up. No, like, hang on a minute, because I remember before that game, I spoke to Daz. You lot were confident that you were gonna beat them. T told me, yeah, we're gonna smoke them. It's gonna be easy. Did you, first of all? I don't think anyone expected that. It was 8-1, innit? Was it 8-1? 8-1. Daz, I'm gonna ask you first, yeah, because you was on the last one. Did you expect the game to be that hard?
Nope.
No.
100% not. To be honest,
Yeah.
I feel that we did underestimate them.
Yeah. Why is that though? Is it the kids?
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Because I
Exactly
think
that.
when I spoke to T, I think he was sort of the opinion it'd be more men against boys, sort of thing. But I think what everyone forgets is that they have ability in abundance, and sometimes the men against boys, the physical side of the game is only a small sector of the game. So ability does come into it as well. So I feel, to say it was just men against boys, there was more to it than that. You never thought that you was just going to win that game on physicality.
Obviously, we had the players as well. I think I still do believe in my players. You know, we had the players to go out there and get the job done. But you've got to look at it as we're men, innit? We're men. There's men as well. But we had. I'm not making excuses, but we play on a Sunday.
Yeah.
A lot of us.
Yeah.
Then go home to our families.
Yeah.
Whereas Rising Boys play on a Sunday morning, Sunday evening they go training. It's 2 different mindsets, you know. And
Cool. So sorry to cut you then. So do you think then the game should never have happened? Because I believe in football that everything you do, you want to win. So if you're going to go and play a team and you know that's their mindset to turn up, play, win and go and train, surely you have to at least match that work ethic.
100%. I totally agree with that. Yeah. But again, we fought the physicality, and obviously we're not dead players, innit?
Yeah.
We'd overcome that, innit? But clearly not. They were good players, man. And for me, I said that game was the hardest Sunday League game I've ever played.
Do you reckon the result was a fair reflection on the game?
No, because this is what people don't understand. I'm not making any excuses again, but second half we made a lot of changes. We made a lot of changes. Like, for example, we brought in a reserve keeper. At half time, it was 3-1 or 3-0. Was it half time? 3-0.
No, I think it was 3-1. I think it was 3-1.
No,
3-1.
Was it 3-1? You scored in the first half?
3-1.
Yeah, towards the end of it.
Big
No,
goal,
second,
by the
he
way.
scored in the second half.
Yeah, your goal was
Yeah,
definitely
your
a banger
goal,
in
your
the
goal,
second half.
your goal was
second-
proper
yeah,
still.
yeah, it was.
So
Yeah,
half
it was
time it was
proper.
3-0, and then we scored 3-1. When it got to 3-1, no word of a lie, we were onto them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then obviously we made a few changes, what have you, and then obviously the score got
Did that result contribute to T leaving?
no.
It didn't. No.
100%
Well, might as well, because from the outside looking in, that's what it might look like.
No.
But how much did it contribute to you guys being who you are now, the new look? Because I think, well, obviously I know a lot of you personally, majority of you personally. So to look at Saha now, it's a very different looking Saha to the Saha, because you got to remember, you guys were our first game we recorded. wearing hats with no logos and that. When I look back at that video now, I look at that hat and I'm like, I was moving actually mad. We were trying to commentate live at the game.
It was mad.
It was mad. At the end time, so you had Watson played in that game.
Oh yeah, you had Azza the goal.
As a Watson. So when you look from then to now, I want to know what changed after that game. What made you not think, hang on a minute?
Like, what's the main differences between that Saha and the Saha we have now?
So I'll touch on that. I don't think the RB game contributed to any sort of any of the changes. I don't think it prompted anything. Kind of, we never look back and be like, RB, we need to do this. Never once. I think we kind of got over it as a team. And obviously, I think the whole COVID thing is what prompted all the kind of changes. We had a lot of time. Obviously, T left. I came in from the reserves. Rox came in, assistant manager. And then it was like, all right, new project. Let's go. But I wouldn't say the RB game made any, didn't cause us to come to any rash decisions or anything like that. T left because he left on his own accord. He was there after the game.
Yeah.
He was there after the RB game. Carried on. We had the Cups, the league and stuff, and obviously it got called off.
Because I think even when we're quite close with T, even when we talk to T now, you guys are definitely a group of people that he fucking loves. And that's one thing he makes very, very clear, that I think he'd say he's a Saha man before a Lambeth man, and I say that on the podcast. I'll be really real. So he speaks very highly of all of you. That's one thing I can generally say he does.
No, it genuinely does.
Not forgetting, T was there from the start. He was there with Lockish Foundation. They built it.
Yeah,
it was their idea, their picture. So it's always going to be close to his heart, Saha.
Has that loss kind of annoyed you in a sense where it's like people attach that one result to your team all the time? You mentioned Saha, the team that lost 8-1 to RB. Isn't that annoying?
Or is that just football?
It's football, like, yes, it can be annoying because we're attached negatively, if that makes sense. It can be annoying, but who cares, I think if you play us now, it's a completely different game.
Yeah.
Completely different game. We have a bigger squad this year. The quality is a lot higher. And we've got players that can change the game.
Brad, you was at Saha at that time, but you didn't play, right?
Yeah, I was at Saha, but didn't play.
That hurt you though, innit?
Yeah,
I know you.
Of course it hurt. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the way I look at it is we're a team.
Yeah.
And I'm attached to Saha.
Yeah.
So when the result was 8-1, I had to look into it and see what's going on. What happened. But again, like I said, there were certain things that happened. We made certain changes. If you play us now, Rising Ballers, I think it'll be a different game. There's different animals.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. Yeah. If we fast forward nearly 12 months now, and listen, we're going to be controversial and we're going to always ask for answers. If we play now, if you two play now, what happens?
It's a complete different game. I think what everyone needs to bear in mind as well, the team that RB had last season, Gims, Melvin, Tishan and that, they're not there now. So the people that are playing them now, they're not getting the same team that we played a year ago, where they were at full strength. Like even Gims was there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's Gims, isn't it? His name, isn't it? Yeah. Gims. He was there like that. That team was that was a strong team, but the team they got now, like you saw the result against M Boys, because I know everyone's going to talk about that. Yeah, I didn't recognise half of those players. Do you know what I mean? But that's their project, innit? They, new players come in academy, dropouts or whatever, and they do their thing. So they're ever evolving and changing. But put us against them now, it's a different ball game. 100%.
So moving on, I want to talk a little bit. Obviously, Cadogan, that game, although it was 8-1, I remember there was a lot of talk. Like, who's this guy? Yeah. And obviously, I knew you before, but watching that game, to lose 8-1 and have as many highlights as you did, as well as the goal, made me know this guy can play. So I suppose in many aspects, there were still positives out of the negatives. What did you think about the game?
To be honest, I had no idea who they were. No disrespect, but I think I started playing for Saha the week before that game.
Did you want to leave after that game?
No, hold on. So I remember I was in my bed and he's called me on a Sunday morning and said, we ain't got enough players. Like, come, it's up the road. And I was like, allow me. He was like, no, come. So I went and I actually enjoyed it, because before I went to race, he's been asking me for time to come. Time to come.
Killing his line.
And I'm just like, no, it's long. And then that one day they caught me off guard. I wanted to get out of the house. So I went down there and it was decent. It's like, all right, next week we've got a game. It's at Sutton, Astro. You're going to like it. Yeah. I said, all right, cool. Showed up and we got smoked. But, and I like seeing young kids coming through. Yeah. So, you get me? Like, seeing them and seeing how the way they're moving at Sunday League level, I was kind of blown away. Like, is this what Sunday League's like? Obviously, 99% of the teams ain't like that.
Yeah.
But it was still, it was the positives in it, man.
Cool. And George, you weren't a part of that side, right?
No.
So what made you come here? What gave you, you know what, I want to come and play?
To be fair, I heard a lot about Saha last season when Harrow was like breaking away.
Yeah, okay. Some coach gave you a hard session, innit? And you lot folded. I don't know if that coach is
Left me wounded for days, but legs all stiff and that. Which mic? This one, yeah. And and a few players got onto me.
Yeah.
And they were just like, come down. So I come down pre-season.
Yeah.
Like the setup. Everyone's like a good group of boys. Got on well with a lot of people. Untold people for pre-season.
Yeah.
And then now it's just like we're in a good place right now. Taking game by game.
Yeah.
You know. And yeah.
Cool. I want to know then. We're gonna go Brad. Yeah.
Yeah.
What attracted you to Sunday League? Because if you look at your career, you had a lovely career, very nice career, and obviously you had your injury and that. What made you go, you know what, I want to come play Sunday League? Did you know you'll get success in Sunday League, or is it, you know what, there's a lot of talk, let me just go and see?
Yeah, do you know what it is, Lucky? Like, a big influence, I think, was my boys.
Yeah.
You know, I'd never really, like, had that time to kick it with my boys and play football with my boys. Here and there, you know, if you didn't have a game on a Saturday, you'd come and play on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But to say consistently, I'm going to see my boys on a Sunday, that was the big thing for me.
Because you know what, that was the big question. I think I might have asked you. I was like, Brad ain't going to be there every week, though. And that was the question.
Yeah.
But to actually see, I think one thing Sunday definitely does is it brings a lot of joy to a lot of people.
Definitely.
So to see you playing week in, week out, you skip up.
Yeah. Listen, do you know what it is, Lucky? I'll be real with you. Like, I'm skipper, but when we're out there, there's 11 skippers, you know?
Yeah.
And not even that, the whole squad, anyone who comes in, now don't get me wrong, when I'm ready, you will know, but, do you know what I mean? But, you know, like, at the end of the day, we're all a team and we're all a collective, you know? And I think that's the difference. And a lot of teams in Sunday League, what they don't realise is having that consistent group.
Yeah.
If you've got a consistent group, you know, and you can build together and everyone understands where you want to go, then you've got a good chance of being successful, you know? And I think
100.
we're getting that now.
Cool. All right, so on the back of what we're talking about, we asked if that result did contribute to the new Soho. You said no, things were already in the making. What was the vision to be the new Soho? So what is the goal for you guys? What is the goal for Soho going forward?
I think there's two things in it with Sunday League.
Yeah.
Like, you can either be a team that's just friends and you just want to play, or you can have like this vision of being a content team out on YouTube and kind of, you know, take it from there. And neither right is wrong. Do you know what I mean? There's no wrong or right, whichever one you choose. And I think we've got a mixture of both. It's
What about being the best?
Yeah, we're a group of winners. So, do you know what I mean? That won't change. I think we always want to be the best.
How far how far are you away from that? As they say, you've got the group that are up there. Do we have to mention the name? Who are the best Sunday League teams? Let me ask you guys, and then I want to ask them.
Like, what would be the biggest achievement for Saha this year? Like, what cup? Winning the league? Obviously, out the London Cup now, but was that one of your main ambitions at the beginning, like win the London Cup, or is it more just a content and building your following?
No, so it wasn't to win the London Cup. It was to go far in the London Cup.
Okay.
I think, you know, you have to remember we got about 10, 12 new players. Do you know what I mean? We've kept a core of maybe like 4 or 5. Brad, Kadagan, Daz, and then a whole squad of new players. So we don't train midweek or anything like that. So it takes time to gel and build chemistry. So to say that, we're gonna go win the London Cup straight away, you know, we want to have the ambition to, but you know, you got to set your expectations reasonably.
I would have thought though, looking at your squad, 1,000,000% you would have set out to win the league.
To win the league, 100%.
I think that has to be. If you look at the side, so the biggest side to you guys, it's got to be Spartans, no?
That's the big game.
That's the big game, which is next week.
Yeah, listen.
Which I think we can tell you now we will be coming to cover, right?
Yeah.
We're there, 100%.
Listen, for me, it's a game. You know? Like, I don't really do the chit-chat. We're going to go and whip them. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Get on the pitch and we'll see.
Of course.
You know?
Okay.
Facts.
Let's talk about, I'm gonna bring up Mr. Francis. So he was one of your boys, right? Now he's one of their boys. So, yeah.
Has he gone to Spartans?
He signed for Spartans. It was a move that he was trying to push through. Now, I know Jake very well. There's a move he was trying to push through for a while, and I think he was trying to push it through because he wants to play against you, though. That is the biggest thing he said to me. I want to play against Saha. What problems does he pose for you? Lot? Does he pose? Was he a problem for you lot to why he left? Let's talk about that.
I like this question.
Do you know why? It just popped up.
You know what? Let the gaffer get that one. You should take this one.
I'll take it. So,
Go on.
first of all, I'll say big up Franco.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, he played for me in the reserves last season, one game.
Yeah.
Then I went to manage the first team. He came with me. He was good. He's a winner. He loves it. You know, he puts his all in. And to be fair, when he came to us, he was the first player to come from Harrow pre-season.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Franco, we wouldn't have players like Jordan,
Yeah.
Alvin, Hill, Hallett, key players that have improved our team massively. So, first of all, I'll always big up Franco.
Yeah.
Now, his decision to go to... Say again?
Agent.
Yeah, agent. I can't. Do you know what I mean? I can't take nothing from him from there.
Yeah.
His decision to go Spartans is his choice.
What was the decision? Was he playing?
He was playing. Yeah, he was playing. He was starting for us, and then he got a red card in the first game.
That is Franco.
Got a red card in the first game. Suspended for 3 games, and then we had a 5-a-side tournament. We had a 5-a-side. We do 5-a-side midweek.
Yeah.
Got a red card there as well. Yeah. So he's got a red card. Like, we're being honest, innit? He got a red card at 5-a-side.
I've never heard of a red card.
Yeah, no one has.
You ain't never played with my man. You ain't
Yeah.
never
So
played field.
obviously that shows the level of discipline and stuff like that. From a team point of view, you have to kind of manage that right, because it's not just about individuals. Like, you put your team at detriment by doing these kind of things. So when he came back, obviously he wasn't starting, which is I think which is fair, because there was other players that came in that time and that started. So he obviously expected to start. That's not how Sunday goes. But then we never know. In the next week, you might have 9 players and you're gonna need him.
Yeah, okay.
So he obviously didn't like that he didn't start, and then he made his decision to go, and then, you know, we support him with that, man, whatever team he goes to.
And just to go on record as well, it's all love for him.
Yeah,
You
of
know?
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100.
yeah.
I'm happy
100%.
that he's found a team, Spartans, that he's going, and hopefully he's going to play, and hopefully we get to see him next week, you know.
That's
Was,
it.
was you a little bit surprised that he went to Spartans?
That's the thing I was about to address, because me and
Does
him
it need
spoke.
Is that something that needs addressing?
Me and him spoke on the phone.
Ray said he weren't going to talk.
I
You
knew
know?
it. I knew it.
He loves it, innit?
Yeah,
He loves
it.
it.
He wasn't even gonna come.
Yeah, no, look, he's put me on me the whole weekend.
Listen, me and him spoke on the phone, and I was like, obviously, whatever you do, it's up to you, innit? But obviously, you know how it is with us and Spartans, innit? I said, no, Dad, I'll just go, you know, Battersea, innit? Because Battersea want me as well. I was like, cool. 2-2 is not, he's gone Spartans. I'm like, boy. So that's why I left it out of him, innit? Obviously, we're still cool, mad love for
No,
him,
of
innit?
course.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about Croydon Municipal. How long you been in Croydon Municipal?
2 seasons, 2nd season, I think, or 3rd
So
season.
It was last year. Last year was right.
Oh,
one.
Yeah,
Last year was second
last year was
season.
2nd season, right
Yeah.
off. So this is the 3rd season.
Where does the Croydon League? What's the best Sunday league at the minute?
OBDSFL.
Okay. Where does the Croydon Municipal rank closer to that? Where would you put yourselves? Not as a team, in terms of a league.
3rd.
Third, behind.
The Met League.
Okay.
I think the Met League.
Oh,
is
Met, in terms of teams, yeah.
Quality.
Yeah, quality.
They've
I
got some
think
good
the
teams,
Met League just above.
He's in that league.
Teams like Bayern Evolution,
Grand
the
Athletic,
Grand Athletic,
M-Boys,
Brixton,
Brixton,
M-Boys,
yeah.
those sort of teams. I think just a bit higher in quality, I feel.
Cool. So who are the top 3 teams in your league? Let's start there.
So you got Saha, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to give it to them Spartans.
Spartan.
Yeah. Then who?
Croydon.
Croydon.
Ooh, Croydon.
Who was you gonna say?
I've heard a lot about Battersea Ironside, but I haven't seen
Croydon.
it myself.
Croydon, yeah.
I would say Santos.
Santos, yeah?
Santos. They drew to Spartans.
I was about to say they drew
They
last
got a
game
point
and-
at Spartans. Spartans were on a winning run as well. They got a point at Spartans, and even against us in the second game, they held us out to the 80th minute. Like, they're organised. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're organised. They were shutting us down. Obviously, hit 80th minute, and then we just scored 4 goals. But you know, but they held us
4
out.
goals
Though.
in 10
Who scored them goals?
Brad Hatcher.
That's the one he took from you, Kieran, isn't it?
All right, so let's look at obviously the vision. We'll go sort of back to the vision. So aspirations were getting as far as possible in London Cup, winning the league. Let's say hypothetically you win the league this year. Do you stay in the Met or do you try and push one elsewhere?
Croydon.
Croydon League.
Croydon, sorry, Croydon.
No, go on, you can answer that
I
one.
think that's a decision where it has to be made internally.
Yeah.
Because yes, like Met League or ODBSFL, personally I feel it's a better level in terms of the teams, but it's more travelling.
Do you know what? I had this conversation, the first lockdown, I had Jacko on one of the lives. And he was quite honest at Spartans saying that, yes, everyone wants to be over in the Alport and Bromley League, but how feasible is it actually for teams?
Exactly.
So I can sit here and say yes, but if it means that we stay where we are and every year we compete and we win, that's building foundations, the basis of a good side as well. A lot of teams will go, right, we'll win 1 year, we'll go over there and get absolutely popped, and then where does that leave you? It's pointless winning that first year. So it's ultimately should be about surely building legacy of Soho, building that reputation, building the brand, building the name. Because ultimately, if you're looking down a content route, you lot will become a brand if you're not already. You have household names. You know what I mean? And as I said, one of the things I always thought is Brad is never going to play every week. Yeah, so I know Brad is a winner. He plays to win. He doesn't do anything in halves. Let's talk your stats. How many goals you got this year?
Well, I got 10 and 5.
10 and 5.
Normal. Or if you want to include the cup games, I think it's like, what, 14 and 6? Something like that.
14 in
Wow.
6.
So, but
What's Boats got?
Bolts is something similar. Something similar. Still.
do you know what? Do you know what? It's all love because Bolts is my boy, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
That's my close boy. So, like, we're always trying to outdo each other, innit? But he knows. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Okay,
It's
let
my
me
boy,
ask you a question.
yeah.
Are you the best striker in Sunday League?
You know what? What's funny? Yeah, I'll answer that question, but there's two parts. to it.
What is it? There's an answer and then there's a political answer.
No, I'm gonna give the truth.
Okay.
I am, but I'm gonna give the truth.
I like that.
The facts are, is Gaffer knows this. I don't even play up front like that. That's where everybody gets it wrong. I play normally on the left,
Yeah,
or on the right, or in the pocket with Kier sometimes. Do you know what I mean? So when I'm scoring these goals, I ain't playing as the main 9. Like, how many games this season, Gaffer, have I played as the main 9?
Just once.
Probably one, innit?
Once.
So
Just
you
one
play
game.
more 7, 11 or 10?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so
But,
you're the best winger. Are you the best winger?
Yeah, I think so. And to be honest, I think I'm the best finisher
Yeah.
in Sunday League. I know that everyone talks about Zach Answer, and I respect it. And I pick up everybody who's doing their thing. But listen, there's everyone knows, innit? There's levels, innit? Like, and I know what I'm about. So
Gucci gang.
come on, man. No one said-
It's a good gang.
That's how it
Cool.
should be, though.
yeah,
So-
I'm
so-
honest.
That's how it
So
should be.
you won't fail to disappoint us when we come next week then?
I'm sure. Like I said, I don't want to chit chat and say, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But when we get on there,
What sort of game are you expecting against Spartans?
Kieran.
Gonna try and be bullish.
Boy, they're not my people, innit?
That's what I mean, so-
there's no disrespect. Obviously, when we're playing,
Over the white line, there's no friends, no?
Man, no,
Apart
innit?
from
and
you.
and lucky, that's the thing is, like, they're cool, they are people. So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's just for us business as usual.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course,
we played against Croydon JFC,
Styler.
Styler and that. The banter's flying.
Yeah,
do you know what I
yeah,
mean? It's my family. Like the banter's flying the whole week. They're talking this, they're talking that. They're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. And what happens? I said, mate, like, come on a Sunday, and we know what's gonna happen.
but you know one thing I clock as well. Like you probably will probably bring it up, but when we played Kamazi, obviously enough of us know them. Like Pinny's my brethren, like,
Yeah.
and
The
having
goalkeepers are brothers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everyone's having back and forth.
Yeah,
before the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
And it comes a thing where we've made the game bigger than it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh, all right, this is a must. We have to do this. We have to do that. Have to do that. And then we kind of lose essence of the way we play, and then we lose, innit? So even for the Spartans game, it's trying not to make it such a massive affair.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's just
It's about playing and getting 3 points, right?
That kind of changes the dynamics when you know the
100%.
team you're playing against,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Because there's
Think-
more on the line than the
you know what?
points.
And you're right. And on the most humblest of ways, like, I personally think, this is my personal opinion, like, they're my peoples. Like, Jack, everyone doing a great job. Anton, that's my boy. Like, at the end of the day, people are making it a bigger game than I personally think it is.
Yeah.
Trust me. Like, and that's why I'm saying, when we get on there, we will see.
I think as well, it gets talked up a lot because you're the biggest teams in the Croydon League. So
Yeah,
I
100.
think the right is there to talk it up because everyone wants to watch the best games. And I'm not saying in terms of stature, is that when teams like Lambeth play Dons, it will get spoke up.
For sure.
It'll be spoke up as probably the biggest game in Sunday League right now. So it's as if you're the biggest two teams in your league, it's only natural that you talk it up. It makes it a bit more juicier that you all know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a fact. And the facts
I'm
are,
working internally. Though,
Yeah.
For us, our mentality going into the game.
Yeah.
it has
Yeah,
to be,
yeah.
It's another game, innit?
of course.
Almost
That's-
professional, like we're
yeah,
going in
yeah.
there to do a job.
Yeah.
That's it.
and
And
we
that's
learn
what
our
Do
I'm
lessons.
you think that's how the game's won?
Well,
If it's not played on emotion?
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, because I think, again, you know what it's like. It's like, in their mind, they got this man, they got that man, they got this man. Like, do you know what I mean? The banter wants to start, the banter wants to fly. But again, like Kia said, which is very good, internally, us, on our side,
Yeah.
it's just business as usual. Picking up 3 points on a Sunday after we can crack banter. Do you know what I mean? And we'll have joke and we'll all get on and whatever. But when we're on the pitch, we're doing what we need to do.
Are you guys 1 and 2 in the league at the moment?
Yeah, 1 and 2.
We're 1 and 2,
We've won all our games. They
So
just
top.
we're top.
Played 5-1-5.
They
And
just
have
drew
they
their
drawn one?
last game with
played
Santos.
4
Have you played Santos in the league yet?
Twice, yeah.
Twice, you beat them twice.
Beat them twice. So, but yeah, no, I think I agree with you. I think that we learned our lesson with the Kamazi game where we went wrong. We played the occasion rather than playing our game.
That's
So
one of the biggest things in football. Don't play the occasion.
Yeah,
Play the
yeah.
game.
it's a 12
it's
o'clock
important,
kickoff
man.
Spartans game, by the way.
12 o'clock,
Yeah.
we're there, man.
Yeah.
Either way.
And boys, can I just say something as well? Yeah, I don't want to chit chat too much, but I think it's good we face that adversity as well.
Yeah.
You know, brings us down to reality as well. Do you know what I mean? Like we can have all the different excuses why this didn't happen and this and that, but you know what? We was on a great run. We lost. We're humans.
Yeah.
You know, we go again. You know.
Do you reckon that's one of the problems you might have with having so much talent in your team? A lot of it's the opponents you come against every week maybe are not up to your level, so you maybe take every game as if we're gonna walk this and there's no challenge, and that's a dangerous game because you could be winning 3-0, and you know what football's like.
Yeah, 100%.
One red card, last 10 minutes, you end up drawing the game 3-3. That's points lost. Do you reckon that complacency ever comes in because of how much talent you got in your team?
I think that's what I think I was speaking to him. I think Locks about.
Yeah.
I told him that in that respect, the league we're in now didn't help us for the Kamazi game because where we can, like for example, the Santos game, the second time we played them, we came 5 minutes before kickoff. So for the first 50 minutes, we were still cold, sort of.
Yeah.
Only towards the end, we warmed up, we started scoring goals. In our league, no disrespect, we can do that and get away with it. Against teams like Kamazi and other teams in ODB, SFL, that's not happening.
And that's what I was gonna. I think the next sort of question was gonna be who's the best side you played to from the start of this year pre-season. What's the toughest team you lot have played against?
Me personally, I would say Lambeth All Stars. Big up my boy.
That was a
Winchar,
big game, by
Hibbsy
the way.
over there doing their thing. You know, I just liked the game. Like, I don't know.
Two
That was
footballing
a
teams
good- that
both
was a
trying to
good
play
game.
football, man.
Yeah,
It
that was
good,
a
man.
good game.
I enjoyed
I
watching
enjoyed
it, to
it.
be fair, man.
I wasn't there, but I watched the clips. I just watched Racer giving some bants.
Now that was
Hit you in your
Racer
backside.
too funny.
What did he say? Get the ball. Yeah, go and get the ball. But I think surely, again, as we said, the goal has to be surely you probably want to play. You probably would do better at playing against teams like that week in, week out.
Yeah.
For the players you have.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
for sure.
personally believe.
For
Is that
sure.
when I look at the squad and team on paper, I think, you know what? Not you'll be better off in that league, but as you said, it's hard to get up sometimes. When you look at certain teams, you think, fucking hell, bro. And they're the worst games to play in.
But
Because
even that goal said, like, if you ask them who's the
Yeah.
toughest game, they'll probably say us. Like that game we had was a proper time. And again, they're my people. I was this close from signing to them.
That was
Yeah.
what it was.
I was this close. Obviously, I was this close. But my loyalty is live for my people, innit?
Yeah.
But
how much did I have to pay you?
Hey, look, you don't even get that. He's on a big wage here. Big wage here.
Yeah.
Money, man.
yeah,
Money, man.
but nah, man, massive respect to them. And Winjar, I kickball with them in the summer. Hibbs, the Cads, like.
What
love
was
for
the
them.
reason for staying? Because I know a lot of people, as you said, and this isn't a disrespect to you guys, would say, why didn't you go to Lambeth? So away from just them being your people, why? What was the reason for you staying there? Because I think through Sunday League, you can actually build a profile now. We were talking about this on Wednesday, that clubs are looking at clips of people playing Sunday League and people making moves. So building a profile at Lambeth, you probably could have built a profile quicker. So what was the reason for staying there? What made you go, you know what, I want to stay here?
Yeah, but what do I want a profile for, bro?
But
Like,
that's the question.
I've had my career. I'm
Okay.
I'm cool with myself, innit?
There you go.
And obviously, Windra and that's my people's. But I kind of felt like, no disrespect to anyone as well, me leaving Saha would be a massive hole that I'm leaving these lot in. And when we kind of built something up this season as well, so I just thought, I kind of weighed it up and looked at it, and I said, nah. And I believe in what we were trying to achieve here, so let me stick here. And
Can I ask you a controversial question? If you would have gone to Lambeth, would you have played?
of course,
That's what I want to know.
that's not controversial. That's a straight
100%.
fact.
Listen, look, good question, but he would 100%.
Yeah.
Listen, he's mega to what we do in it, like,
Yeah,
and what we're
100.
about, you know. And listen, like, I make no secret of it. This is why he's not biggest, but he's a value, big value to us and what we're doing and
Do
what we're
you
trying
know
to build.
one thing that's very apparent from sitting there watching you guys is that when we do podcasts with other people,
And this boy as well.
you guys make each other feel important. We're not on a. Do you get what? Everyone's plays a part. Everyone's important to what you do. Whereas if you go to other Sunday league teams, I can look at people and think he either feels like he shouldn't be here or he doesn't want to be here because he's not playing. But here it feels like everyone's an integral part to what you do. That's massive for progression and moving forward. And I know a lot of you already. I know Locks personally. Locks is a good guy, and I think that's massive testament to how they run their club, to why they keep so many important players. Definitely. Viv, did you want to add anything to that before we move on?
No, that's
I want to say something as well, and I think as well with us, because we've got so much talent, I think it kind of pushes each other. Like certain times, I might not even be on it on a Sunday, and then I see Brad flick over someone's head or something like that, and I'm like,
I saw that clip, bro. I saw that clip, bro.
Yeah.
What word though? Like, it's
Over
like
guys' heads, bro.
he's doing that. I got to do something. I got to rise up now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a part of our ethos as well.
I think to mention that as well, I think some of the lads we brought in, like Jordan, Jake Hill, Hallett, and these.
Oh, you
other
got
players.
Jake Hill?
Jake Hill. No, not.
Okay.
Not that one. Yeah.
We got Hallett as well.
We got Hallett as well. Like
Baller, by the way.
Baller,
by the way. Listen.
he's
so comfortable.
Beethoven. He's composed.
You got one centre
centre
midfielder. I don't know if he's Moroccan or something like that. But
Rami or
he
Riffs.
El
Rami and Riffs.
Majiko, we call him.
Yeah, he's flary still.
Listen.
Who's at Riffs? Who's at Staines? Did he play
Yeah. El Majiko, what a talent.
But like even having these boys come in is like I think everyone's appearance like 100% appearance this season. Like the consistency.
Man can't leave out yes, bro. Oh,
yes.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you know the thing is, Lockie, what's so crazy is, boys, is all that talent. Everybody thinks it's egos, but it's the most humble change room that you will see. Like it's actually so. It's like I'm so happy. That's why I'm talking with such a smile because, like everybody gets on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's actually such a good vibe.
When
Like,
was the last time you enjoyed football this much, Brad? And I know it's a different because you played in different environments. So obviously, playing in different environments, you have to have different attitudes and whatnot. But when was the last time you enjoyed football this much?
probably when I was younger. Do you know what I mean? When I was proper young, like coming through Fulham. Other than that, these lot, like, it's just, trust me, I look forward to it. Like, I'm actually building my.
And that's what makes it easier to play, right?
I love it.
Cool.
Honestly.
All right, let's.
Sorry, not forgetting the young talent we've got. We've got boys called Sean and Marco, young talent coming through.
Yeah.
Amazing players, ballers.
What positions?
Wingers.
Wingers,
yeah, wingers. Really good players.
Yeah. It's tough, like that. It's tough.
All right, do you know what? We're going to move on a little bit and we're going to talk about another Sunday league side that we had on a few weeks ago, Barnes Eagles.
Barnes Eagles. I actually spoke to Race on the phone about Barnes. But go on, do your thing.
Barnes Eagles, when they came on, they were very entertaining. They spoke a lot, and they basically said that they'd win their league hands down in it. They'd win it easy.
Yeah, there was no hesitation.
Race, you might as well lead in this because you're rubbing your head in that. So listen, we have to ask certain controversial things. Have you seen Barnes Eagles play? Do you know much about Barnes Eagles?
So since that podcast, I thought, hold on, this team must be good, like the way they're talking. So I watched them on YouTube, innit? They got a YouTube channel, innit? I watched them on YouTube.
You subscribe?
Nah. Let me just say, talking is one thing. When you get across the white line, it's completely different. That's all I'm gonna say. If from watching what I've watched, if they think they can come to our league and not just beat us but win it, come on, man.
Because they're playing the Leverage, right?
Come on.
They play in the Leverage, yeah.
I haven't even heard of them before.
Who's this? To be fair, they got a decent team.
He's do you know? The only reason I know them is because of Ashby. I grew up with him.
Yeah.
So I see him and I was like, oh shit, like went to school with this guy, all of that. Otherwise, I don't even know. What league are they in?
Leatherhead. To be fair, the competition in that league is not great.
Ain't that
from
Popular?
what I've seen.
Ain't it like Popular the best team there or something?
No, Popular are bottom of that league.
Yeah.
They're in the Premier League.
They're in the Prem.
Yeah, they're in the Prem.
They're top of the Prem.
They're unbeaten. They're unbeaten as well. So they're unbeaten. You're unbeaten. Can they play in any cups? I don't think they can they?
What in London Cup?
Barnes Eagles, yeah.
You know what they need to do?
Yeah.
They need to call the gaffer.
Yeah.
We got an opportunity to do something around Christmas time.
You remember last time you lot done something around Christmas time?
Listen.
But it's a different look.
Listen,
It's a different
listen.
team. Look, you nearly
Exhibition
went.
games.
He nearly went. I had to just. Sorry, I had to.
No,
But
I respect it.
Cool.
But it's always different from the outside than it is on the inside.
So your schedule is pretty open around Christmas.
So we got a charity game on the 27th.
Yeah.
We haven't selected a team yet.
Oh, that would be a decent.
So we're open to it. But obviously we'll consider.
Is it though? You don't know them, is it?
They're a decent team. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the only thing that I would say that makes me hesitate about giving them big props is the teams that they've got in that league are not great. So
Listen, I think when we look at them as we said,
sorry. They were saying how like the OBDSFL league, it's a tough league and every game's like a tough game. You don't know where you're gonna get your points from.
yeah.
But hold on, pre-season, no disrespect, we slapped Kenilworth.
Yeah.
And they were like, Kenilworth was one of the best teams in but we slapped them. But they're not giving no respect to us, saying they'll come to our league and win our league.
But
So
you know,
like, they're not making sense.
you know they're
They
gonna say
mention
it's
us
just
personally.
pre-season. They're gonna say it's just
Saha
pre-season, though, innit? Like
100%, and I respect that. But again, without getting animated, it's not hard to find us. You know,
So is that an open invitation for the
100%.
So you guys saying you're doing a charity game, right?
We're doing a charity game. We'll consider it.
Yeah.
Tell him to get in touch.
listen, like Gaffer said, listen,
Wait, sorry.
Go
What
on.
did you just say? Dons. You want the Dons?
listen, and we'll make an exception. Yeah, Lucky, we'll play the Dons, no problem. But I want them as well because back that smoke. Honestly, if you talk
we can
it,
probably make it happen.
make it happen,
100% make it happen.
I can ring the
100%
gaffer
make it
now.
happen.
please.
So you got space for 2 games, a Dons and a
We've got one game.
One game.
27th.
okay.
What's
Slot 'em in.
if you don't mind,
Get it
what's
done.
the event for?
So we haven't decided on charity, but we want to rate. Obviously, we've got our new stadium.
Yeah.
So hopefully we should be able to
Is that
allow.
where you scored the chip?
Yeah. We should be allowed to have
Decent finish.
spectators in.
20,000.
24,000.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're allowed to have spectators in. So we just want to do something back for the
Well,
community.
if it's for charity, anything that Urfreshtv do,
100%.
just let us know. And we're definitely in 1,000,000%. All right, cool. So Barnes Eagles now. We'll move on. I can drop Barnes Eagles a message after this. I'm sure when they see this, they have something to say anyway. So I don't think we'll have to instigate any sort of conversation.
And please, none of that chitter chatter on the Twitter, man. Just get his number and phone him, please.
Cool. Let's talk about. We'll go back to Sunday League as a whole. We're going to talk about players in Sunday League. We want to talk about. We've got top players here, and some of you are one of the better players in Sunday League. Who are the best players in Sunday League to you guys? When you look about, if we take Saha to one side,
Who's the manager? Who would you sign?
yeah.
Gondo.
Gondo.
Yeah.
That's a big player.
If you could sign 3, yeah.
So you got Gondo. You playing him on the right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, to come into my team?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not signing no one to come into my team. No, I ain't signing no one to come
Alright,
into
cool,
my
but
team.
okay.
But I've got a new team. I've got a fresh 11 team, yeah?
Yeah, cool.
KB,
Yeah.
and I think Aaron Watson.
I think Aaron Watson is a must. No?
Yeah, Aaron Watson.
Who's the first one?
Ryan Gondo.
Gondo.
Who's KB?
KB plays for
Lambeth.
Lambeth. now.
Shout out Watson. Is that striker, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, as
Baller,
is
I like
Watson.
that.
Watson, as is
As is
baller,
proper.
Gondo.
KB just
I
went to
think
Lambeth
KB.
this year.
I know they're all
Is
last
that
boys,
Is that
innit?
one that scored against Rocky?
He scored against you, man, yeah, in
Yeah, when
pre-season.
Rocky was in goal.
Yeah.
I'm definitely taking Cads.
Yeah.
Cads is a player.
Cads is a
man.
player.
He gets it ticking, man. Cads
Yeah,
is a
Cads is a
player.
I think I meant Cads, you know.
So with the little one.
Yeah,
yeah,
Cads,
cold.
Cads,
Yeah,
Cads,
Cads
Cads,
is cold,
yeah.
man.
Cads can play, man. He gets it ticking.
No, that's cool,
Alright, cool.
man.
We're gonna play.
Do you know what I'm gonna do before we jump onto the word association game? I'm gonna give you like a fantasy league, and you tell me where you finish in this league. Yeah. So we'll just do 5 teams. Yeah. So we're gonna have Dons, LA, yourselves, RB.
Yep. And then you have to throw in there. You got teams like Navy losing there in cup finals against Lambeth.
Let's throw Navalese in there. Where do you finish in that league?
Lambeth.
Dons, Lambeth, Rising Ballers.
Navy losing and you.
It's a tough one.
Whew.
I think that the logical answer people will say we'll finish top, but
Yeah,
you lot are footballing people.
Yeah.
And this is
It's just, do you know what it is? Everybody here is real people, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's no need to blow smoke and say, oh, we're going to finish top. And isn't it? That would be very, very competitive.
Very
'cause
competitive.
we had a conversation. I was on another platform the other day, and the Takers gaffer apps was saying that he doesn't feel that the London Cup justifies if you win it that you're the best team. Because all them games are 90-minute games or they're one-legged games. So for me, he's saying if one team has a bad game, it doesn't justify them being one team.
I agree with that because
That's true.
like, people win the Champions League and they're not necessarily the best team in Europe.
100%.
But that's the only cup you have to measure everyone by. Otherwise, you're now going into
And I think
details
it's easy
about-
to say that, yeah, let's make this mega competition, but it's easier said than done. Because certain teams won't enter it. You won't get certain teams that will want to come and play because it's not. Some people don't want to prove they're the best. Do you get what I'm saying? So
100% agree with you.
it's a hard thing to prove. And I don't think you guys want to prove you're the best. I think you guys are happy at the minute going about what you do. It's about taking it game by game, winning game by game. Your next game is, who you got Sunday?
Sunderland.
At home?
They've been about a while, Sunderland, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should be, but they're games that you can't overlook them sort of games.
100%.
Yeah, and I think it's about keeping your players grounded because certain people are like, you've got Spartans next week. Well, hang on, who you got this week?
Exactly.
And that's a major part of football is you have to take every game. It doesn't matter who you are. You can't overlook teams and things. And that's when you start dropping points. And you're on a perfect run with a perfect record at the minute. And I think
the fundamentals are still there for our team. Like,
Yeah.
It's still Sunday League and we're still here to just play with our mates. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're all friends together. I think that fundamental is still there and that's what we're kind of going with.
what cups are you guys still in?
Just two Croydon Cups.
Two Croydon
And that's
Cups.
it. We only entered the 2 Croydon Cups in London.
Is that what you did?
That was it, yeah.
So how do you guys feel about the Nationals? Is that something that you'd look to enter going forward?
Yeah, Nationals is a big one. I was speaking to the CEO about it. Apparently, it takes a lot of if you get drawn home, you got to supply the
I think
overnight stay and all that
it's
sort of stuff.
mileage and
regionalised to
stuff
start
like
with,
that,
isn't it?
yeah,
So
yeah,
you play locally until you get to.
I think they contribute X
FA,
amount,
yeah,
but I
they
think
do,
you
and
need
match
to
it.
contribute.
We're talking about this as well. That certain clubs haven't got the financial that needs to be able to enter into it. So it's a hard one to say. Certain people say if you win the National Cup, then it might determine whether you're the best. But certain teams, you got good sides that can't enter it anyway. So for me,
But I think it's the reach as well. I think
Of course
if
it
you win
is.
the Nationals, a lot more people.
but these
gonna have it.
conversations go on for ages because football's it's a game of opinions.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Who is the best Sunday League team in your eyes? I know it's a hard one because you played for a Sunday League team.
Or maybe exclude yourselves
Yeah.
and just speak
Do,
from.
do you know what? Like, I'll be honest. I don't know when you throwing out certain names, and this is in my humble opinion. I don't know certain teams. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't look too far like that, but I can only go off my experience.
Yeah.
And my experience is Lambeth All Stars, who we played against. I personally think that's the best game of Sunday football that I've been involved in.
That was
Okay.
a big game.
Yeah, so I would rank them as the best team personally. That's from my experience. But the Gaffer, Dazza, Simsy, Kadags, they might have a different opinion. But that's
I'd say the same, but the RB team was mad. they were mad.
But with the RB thing, you won't get that team again.
Would you like to play them again?
Like
That same team.
Yeah.
Where's
Would you
Ruben
like to
Cavalli? Where is
rectify
he?
that result?
Yeah, it's true.
I
haven't
would,
seen him for
I
years.
would because
So
do
where is he?
you know why I would like to play in it? One, I didn't play in it. Simsy didn't play in it. And just like because it's attached to us, isn't it? Like everyone keeps on mentioning this rising ballers. So when they're good and ready, and when we're ready, like it can happen.
I
man.
think Lass are the best team. But I think that RB team we played a year ago, that same 11 would give Lass a tough game. It wouldn't be.
Do you think they'd want to play you guys again, or do you think they're like,
Listen, you couldn't blame them, innit? Like obviously they've gone and done their thing.
Yeah.
They won 8-1, innit? Like so they'll be thinking, what's the point?
Yeah,
If we get that momentum push
Yeah.
from platforms like you guys and
Okay.
building it and hyping it, then you never know, innit?
No, but it's not even a thing like that. Like eventually we'll see them.
yeah? Listen,
Hopefully, yeah.
Football has a funny way of making these things happen again, and I think when you force these issues and it's not natural,
Correct, yeah.
that's when it becomes a problem. Because if now you force it and you play, and it might not be 8-1, but it might be 4-1 or 4-0. Where do you go from there? Do you get what I mean? It's just sort of another strat. So I think it will happen. It will come naturally. You lot keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
People will start screaming your name. Another thing I was going to say, Sunday League in general, how do you think it's heading? What do you think of Sunday League right now, the scene? That's an open question. I want all of you to answer if possible.
I think it's blowing up.
Why do you think? Do you think it's because of the obviously social media presence and things like that now? There's a much more bigger platform for it.
Exactly that. I think obviously Dons have set the bar so high that it's just blowing up, you know. Shout out to Dons because they're doing their thing. They're allowing us to do our thing, if that makes sense. On that sort of social media aspect.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Obviously, you guys record your games now, right?
Yeah.
And so, what was the reason behind wanting to record them? Was it to try and build a following, to build a platform, to build a brand?
You got to remember, we're obviously, like I said in the first episode, a lot of us are sports coaches.
Yeah.
We go into schools, deliver PPA sessions, PE, and all that sort of stuff. That's the core of Sport Enough Academy. You know. So we thought by filming it, it's a way for the children that we teach to come and watch us and interact with the community and all that sort of stuff. So it's just to get out there more as well, you know.
So it's big.
And we got talent as well to show. Do you know what I mean? You see it with our clips and our
Have
games.
you lot recruited anyone through what your brand is? Does that make sense? So some of the people you might work with, some of the boys you might work. Obviously, we work in the community anyway. Have you? Well, Carl Henry played for you, right? And obviously, Carl Henry was a part of the Kicks program and things like that. I think did Yusuf play for you for a shoot spell? Yusuf come through now. So obviously, you're using your occupation and jobs and your know-how and your professionalism to bring young people through. Who?
Jay.
Oh yeah, Mad J as well. Yeah, and is he still with you lot?
Yeah, proper
guy,
man.
This guy. Someone broke his scooter. Someone broke his scooter the other week. You know that. They hopped a fence and landed on his scooter and broke it. He wasn't happy, bro. Yeah, he wasn't happy. All right, cool. Word association.
Go for it.
Rules of the game. We will give you a word. I will give the word to you, Race. You have to say the first thing associated with the word I give you. Does that make sense? Is that clear enough?
That's clear to me, man.
Do you want to give the first word?
No, you go for it, man.
I go first. Spartans.
Suckers.
It's the first name. Lambert Full Stars. Jordan.
That was a long day.
Long day.
Brad, Urfreshtv Sports.
Big platform, doing big things. Everybody tune in, subscribe, and follow the boys, putting us on a real platform. So
I
big
loved
up.
it. It's only supposed to be one word, but you can carry on with a word.
Rise and Ballers.
Kadogs.
Smoked. You can have it.
Saha. Gaffer.
New project.
New project. Croydon Municipal. Race.
Doing well.
Franco. Simo.
Disappointed.
Oh, man. Sunday League. Kadogs.
It's enjoyment.
Do you know what? I'm going to stop it quickly there. I think that word is massive at the minute for Sunday League. If you talk to anyone, a lot of people that don't love football no more want to go and play Sunday League. We've had a few boys that we sort of want to stop playing Saturdays to play Sunday. I think that's testament. But when I used to play, I wish Sunday League was the way it is now. When I used to play,
100%,
because the
man.
word Sunday League, it was like, it turned out.
Or even just the social media, man.
Yeah, that's, or that part sort of, yeah, that's it.
And do you know what? For me as well, yeah, like dropping down from even from pro semi, and I used to see people talking about Sunday League, and I'm just thinking, like, everyone's in their own bubble, just talking.
Did you have to experience it to realise?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, it's playing and just enjoying it. There's no pressure.
Well, that's because I was thinking earlier. You said about obviously Rising Ballers was your first game.
Second
game.
Yeah.
So even when you've played the levels you have, then drop down. You think, what the fuck is this talk about Sunday League, bro? Sunday League, and then you play your second game and you got 8-1. And I would have gone, yeah, fuck this, I'm out. But do you think it's because that second game was against? A lot of people would say Rising Ballers on the Sunday League team.
Well, that's what I was hearing after the game. But as well, because when I'm going to, I'm thinking, yeah, just kick around, and I'm seeing man with camera, and I'm thinking, what? And then we got smoked on camera. So I can't even leave now. Like it's like I'm on camera. Like I think one of them boys will meg me in that as well.
Do you reckon that changes the whole dynamics of playing the game, knowing that it's being recorded? Like, is that like an added pressure? Does it change the way you play, knowing that okay, this is going out, not to the world, but potentially anyone can watch this game right now?
Yeah, and
like you get nutmegged in the game, you go viral. It's not. I can imagine it's not a nice feeling.
But exactly that. Exactly
I
that.
saw
like,
the mix as well.
when you like, for example, everyone that films their own content as well, they're gonna put out their best clips.
Of course, yeah, exactly.
So even when you're asking about all these teams that you're naming, I don't know half of them, but how unless you've seen them in live, how can you really judge it? Because they're sharing their best bits and.
I've been at games with V and seen people have bad games, but we can edit it and make it look like
you see that.
They're better parts, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but there is a big thing. I think me and V had turned up to games.
That Lambeth game was like that, innit?
Yeah.
No, I had to do bare editing. I had to do bare editing for that game, man, for other reasons. But we'll keep that.
Yeah. I don't think we could talk about that.
Yeah.
We can't talk about that. Yeah.
On a level though, do you reckon that's a game you should have won?
Their keeper should have been sent off. Ask them, bro. Ask them, man. Ask them.
What was the sending off?
He came out handball.
Oh yeah. For the he scored from the free kick as well, innit?
Yeah.
What was the score then?
I think
We were winning.
And do you know what? Yeah, I niced them because the ref said to me, "What do I want to do in it?"
Yeah.
And I just said, like, do you know what? Let him stay on.
You're getting
Okay,
soft,
so
is it?
it's a
I am, you know, I am.
When you play them teams, you tell the ref, get him off.
But do you know what it is, Lucky? Yeah, I think had I had known, yeah, what these lot were really about and what it was about the game, yeah, maybe the savage would have come out of me. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Do you think, Brad? See the level you play at. You know when you play against. This is good. How do I word this? You played at a very, very. You played at the top level, right? Okay, so
And
when
Kira
you
as
look
well.
at some of these teams, yeah,
Yeah.
do you sometimes think, nah, they can't be that good? Like, I played up here, like, so you have to see it to believe it certain times.
100%, Lucky. Like these lot will say a team's name, like, and everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's hard." Especially with my boy Locks, who's not here, the CEO. Look, Brad, this guy's hard. Like, do you know what I mean? And I'm
That's
like,
Locks.
yeah, all right, cool. Then like maybe I could be like me and Kier, we're extra harsh, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking at it thinking, nah, he's not great, bro. And then we'll go into the game and do what we need to do. But that last game, I think that was an eye opener for me on Sunday League, like that, what the level can be, you know? And
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Daz, you play right back.
Yeah.
Toughest game you've had this year in terms of the person you played against.
Lambeth.
Who's you up against?
No, do you know what? Sorry. It's out of Lambeth or Bickley. I'm not going to lie. Bickley had a left winger when I played right back.
Yeah.
Decent, both-footed, really good. I don't know his name. Really good
Was
player.
it on the left?
Yeah.
I think that's the same guy that in the,
The one,
final
the one
was
that
doing, yeah.
him and Big G had a little
Okay, yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
quite decent.
good player.
Engine,
man.
innit? Up and down.
Yeah,
all day.
both-footed,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
player. Him or Bassett. 'Cause Bassett
Yeah,
played on the left. Yeah, Bassett's quick. Yeah.
Cool. Brad,
yeah, bro.
toughest battle you've had in Sunday League. You don't know half the
You don't
players.
know.
I see the way you smiled. I'm like, okay, me. Did you not see me play? And then,
So,
don't get that for the chicken and chips.
I'm telling you, bro. I would say, I don't know, man. Like, obviously, I got 10 and 5. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I was. The next question.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
The
real
next
talk.
question was gonna be.
Yeah.
You might not have had that game yet, where you thought, you know what?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Because do you know what it is, yeah? And what's crazy about it is, I think the way we play now,
Yeah.
it's hard because me and Kier and RD, who's not here, what a player
But
like.
hang on. Where do you play in the 10?
We kind of all rotate.
All
Who
rotate.
plays up top?
We might not.
I might
Their
play up top
team on
and we're
paper
just
is
moving.
mad,
But
bro.
I
It's
forgot
mad.
about
Yeah, RD, that's what I'm saying.
I forgot.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Do you know what I mean? So you
Okay.
got
Yeah.
you got RD, we got RD, and like we all just move around. So Kier could be the designated 9, but he won't be the 9 because within 2 minutes,
comes in, someone goes right.
everyone's
in and
moving.
out, in and out.
Everyone's moving, and then
Riffs is part of that as well.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean, Riffs
Exactly.
does that well. So when the three are moving,
I'm a G code.
Riffs
I'm
shifting
gonna say
across the
something.
cover.
If you don't win the league, it's a failure. I'm gonna
for
put
sure,
100%.
for sure,
100%.
You have to win
100%.
that league.
Does the philosophy change at all? Because you know you're not playing on 4G every week. You're playing again on some horrid pitches that it's hard to play that type of football on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This is what we learned. Like I remember there was a game. I can't remember who it was against, and no, I can't remember. And then we was trying to pass it out the back. Pre-season game it was, and then Casey was like, "What are you doing? Like you can't play it like that. We got to play direct, you know, because it's not working." And from that game, I learned like we can't always play tick attacker. You got to play to the conditions.
With players like the names you just mentioned, yeah. I think when you have them sort of players on a Sunday, you have to allow them to be free.
Yeah,
You don't coach them sort of players on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Why am I on a Sunday going to try and coach Cadogan?
Yeah,
Well, I want Cadogan to be Cadogan. That's what wins me games on a Sunday. So do you find is that the case? It's more people like yourself you don't coach because other people might need that little bit more help, but they might get inspiration of playing with people like you, that bit of confidence.
Yeah.
So is it a case of not letting you do what you want to do? You have to be disciplined, but saying, you know what, I don't have to give you information, Brad, because Brad's going to be Brad.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
giving you
100%.
that freedom to express yourself.
And I think Gaffer can answer that. He does that well. Like, do you know what I mean?
How do you know what? This is a question for you. Is it tough being gaffer here with what you have?
Nah, I would say not at all. Like you said, you know, people see what ego and stuff. There is none. Like everyone's easy going. They all listen well. And like I said, I can't coach Kieran or I can't coach Brad or like they're too good. Like I think everybody in our team has played at a higher level. Everybody in the team has at least played semi-pro. So there's no football. And the quality of players we've brought in.
So it's just about managing players.
That's it. Do you know what I mean? Organisation, you know, and if you can see during a game if something's going wrong tactically, you know, if there's someone on another team causing us dangers, then we can address it at the right time.
I think that's important because having that much talent, you still need someone. You need a gaffer. Because if you don't and you allow 11 or 15 people to be a gaffer, that's when it doesn't work.
At the same that everyone's respectful. Do you know what I mean? At the same time, I don't have ego where I need to assert myself to make myself feel better, or do you know what I mean, or put my footprint in there because you don't need to do it.
Do you think that that word respect comes from the brand, what you guys stand for as a brand, what Saha is? Do you think that that's a reflection on what the brand is to how you discipline, how respectful you are to each other, how you act and things like that? Because the power of the badge, that is a thing. Like when you wear that badge, it means something. You're representing someone, and in this case, it's not just a Sunday League team.
Exactly, and that's what we try to stress all the time. You know, but it's not just a Sunday League team. There's a lot more behind it.
Yeah.
Like I said before, we're sports coaches. We go into schools. Children look up to us like, oh, there's Mr. Caesar. You know, there's sports coaches, you know. So,
Mr. Caesar.
Yeah, literally.
That's what you tell them, sir.
So you have to bear that in mind. We can't be going into schools and then on the pitch we're doing effing this. Like, it's not a good look on the company, you know.
You know what?
So that means you're a changed man, isn't it now?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, because this boy...
I've seen him chase a ref.
I've seen him grab a ref.
He had an 8-match ban. Remember we got 8-match bans? 8-match bans because
he seems so cool. And
so cool.
He does karate as well.
I think again, like I said, everyone's friends. We're all friends together. It's not like you know, we're just recruiting random people off from anywhere. Like, we're all together as friends. So that makes a big difference. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, obviously, even doing your fresh, I've known V 20+ years, and being friends sometimes it's better because he will be honest with me. So there's certain times where it might not be what I want to hear, but he's gonna tell me how it is, and vice versa. So I think when you're playing with friends, there's an added pressure that you have to perform because that's fucking shit. Sort yourself out. Whereas someone might go, I don't really know him, but he's shit.
And it's the mutual respect as
well. That's it. Do you know what I mean? I don't really know. Don't give him the ball. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what happens because I think if you can't trust each other and believe in each other, you can't succeed. Because if someone's having a bad game and you'd rather victimize them than go, you know what, sort yourself out. The next time it doesn't happen, you end up playing 11 against 10 or 11 versus 9. You can't win games of football like that. You need to have 11 players that are on song every week. Whether someone's having a bad game, you need the other 10 to pull them through that game. And that's what it sounds like guys have got already.
Yeah,
anything you need to add to?
Yeah, well, we're coming to the end of the podcast now, so I thought we'll wrap up with some predictions. So you guys are in the league. Obviously, you got 2 cups, and you're playing Spartans next week. So what's your predictions for the end of the season? Where do you finish? Do you win? Is it a treble for Saha and a victory next week? What's your score?
The mic over to
what's your score prediction for next week, and what's your predictions for your accolades at the end of the season?
Cool. So, score predictions for next week. Obviously, like we said, we can't look past Sanderstead. That's this Sunday.
Will you win on Sunday?
Yeah. Hopefully. Obviously, if the boys turn up, no doubt in my mind we'll win. Yeah. So,
Gaffer, how many you got Sundays? Everyone turning up?
Yeah.
So that means everyone's there. So you will win. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll win. Yeah.
This fence sitting. Yeah.
All right. Spartans next week. I think Saha will win 100%. Obviously, saying it and doing it's 2 different things, but I do think Saha will win. But yeah, in terms of the season, we're looking at going for all three.
Treble. Saha
treble. Yeah. But if not, like I said, actually I won't say that.
How many you play 5 games? Yeah. And okay, so Spartans are 2 points behind you. So if you win Sunday and Spartans win, you beat them, you go 5 points clear. Is there an element where you have to keep everyone grounded? Because if you beat Santos twice, then you beat Spartans 1. Will you have players that think, fucking hell, this is
the league's wrapped up?
Yeah.
Do you know what, Lucky? Yeah, good question. I don't think so because again, like the way our mentality is now is this Sunday. Again, Spartans, it's gonna happen. We all know there's a date, there's fixed, there's a time. Cool. With Sanderstead, we've got them on Sunday. That's immediate. Yeah. So we're gonna go handle business on Sunday. Cool.
And then you can think about.
We can think about Spartans. And remember what Kia said about getting emotionally attached to the situation.
Yeah.
If you build the game bigger than it is, you get humbled easily in football, and that would be this Sunday.
But we ain't
Do
overlooking
you know
no
what?
one.
There's certain times I feel, how can I draw these out a bit more? And you guys are humble and you're very clever, and it's good to see.
And you know what as well, yeah?
Go on.
Obviously, last season was a write-off and that was my first season, but I would assume leagues are won and lost in this winter period.
Yeah, of course.
So I would like to think that our team, all the boys will turn up every week.
Mm-hmm.
That's another conversation. We'll see if that happens when it gets freezing and snowing and all them thing there.
That's big facts, man.
So we'll see, innit?
Especially when you got a ball playing team like Soho, I think the winter period is so
Yeah,
important
yeah,
because
yeah.
that's where you'll probably play your least football.
100%. And I think it's key as well to have the same players that you have every week. It's important to have them players because we hear so many times on Sunday, but we didn't have him.
Yeah.
We didn't have him.
Yeah.
And we didn't have him. And I look at people and think, anyone that signs that paper at the start of the year, you deem them fit and good enough to represent your club to win you games.
Yeah.
So when I hear that, we didn't have him. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
It's like but you signed that individual at the start of the year because you said that they can do a job. Otherwise, you wouldn't have signed them.
Exactly.
So let's
And all the biggest things happen on the Saturdays. People go out. The last 3 weeks, all we've been talking about in the group is like boxing. Boxing.
Yeah.
That's what in America.
And-
It's like
See.
4 o'clock.
Who's watching AJ on Saturday then?
AJ,
Yeah.
AJ KO.
Just to pull it out there, I'm ringside.
He's not playing Sunday.
No,
He's gonna be.
listen,
He's gonna be with
listen.
AJ Sunday morning with a bottle of coffee.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Innit? Sanderson 1-0.
I'm telling you.
BHO-OG.
Hey, listen.
Own goal.
Nah, listen. Do you know what's so funny though? I remember even going back here. Let me just flip it again quickly, not to talk about Spartans, but love all of them over there. Keep doing your thing. But even when we played them, yeah, that day, yeah, last year we beat them 2-0.
Yeah.
Fam, I was burst, bro. Do you remember? Like, bro, we got to the game, yeah. Casey will tell you, we got to the game with an hour's sleep, literally. And that's no disrespect to them. That's all my man them over there. But bro, we were finished. That's why I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
But let's handle this game on Sunday first. Then we'll go. And we move on.
Love to Spartans, man. Don't
Big
get
up,
twisted.
man.
It's not no.
Nah,
it's
it's
love
big
to
up.
Spartans.
It's just competitive, man.
Love to
That's
Jack,
it.
man. Jack
Yeah,
can do
that's
his
it.
thing and scams in it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
they're doing their thing. For
Proper people, man.
I also nearly signed for them as well before. He's like,
Everybody wanted Cadogan.
But there's a reason
He's
why.
on big money, you know.
Listen,
I'm telling you, bro.
I
Do you know how
think-
many people ask me, like, who's that guy that played for Saha? And I'm
V,
just
you see this guy, yeah, he's breaking the bank.
He's
He's absolutely killing our pockets, but you know what? It's worth it, man.
not even denying it.
No, he just sat there quiet. I'm just looking at his attire.
gets like that,
Yeah,
man.
he gets like that.
Yeah. But you know what as well? Just before we go, I'm not gonna talk too much. This guy here, yeah.
It's a silent
Great,
assassin.
hey, great signing, by the way.
See this guy
Massive,
here.
Great
Massive.
signing.
Doesn't talk too much.
Yep.
Handles business.
silent.
Do you know what he done?
My guy.
About 5 years ago, he rang me and said, "Can I buy your left foot?" I sold it to him. You know,
My guy.
Simo, I want your prediction going forward. What do you think, Saha, this year?
I think they've got a good thing going on at the minute. I turn up every week. I want to win the league. I want to win everything, bro.
Yeah.
I don't really look into the league too much on all the other teams. I'm not really involved like that.
Yeah.
But I know if I turn up on a Sunday,
Have you scored this year, Simo?
I've scored a few.
Yeah.
My assist man over here.
I think that's what a lot of people forget about Saha. Like, our players are not on social media. Like, they're not
know
there. Like, if they are on social, they're not in the Sunday league social media. Do you know what I mean? They're just their
I was
personal
just sitting
whatever.
there, normally at the end we go shout out your social media. I'm thinking,
Nah, none of the
Yeah,
races.
yeah,
No one's.
yeah,
Our
Bradley's
team are not on it.
it.
So when you're asking about these teams and
Yeah.
stuff, they don't really know who's there.
I think the key thing is then is to shout out the Saha social media because as you said, there's a couple of key things you said that out there today is crazy. So the young people, if you have got young people that want to get involved and they want to reach out to you, is it something? Listen, I get that you have to be at a certain level to come and play at Saha.
But you got
We've got a reserve team
right?
as
Yeah,
well.
there you go. So it's not just, and that's exactly it. So I think it's key to shout out your social medias. So if people do want to get involved, get in touch. It's important. And look, everyone's reaching for what's
Trying to
where's the
remember
social
what it
media?
is. What is it?
_men's, is it?
It's
Yeah.
Saha_FC.
So
That's our Instagram, and then the Twitter is
I think it's men's, yeah.
Saha_men's FC.
gents, it's been a pleasure. As I said, it's really been humbling today to think you got some superstars, but they're still humble, they're still grounded. They wake up on a Sunday morning like everyone else to come and play. There's no special treatment, there's no red carpet. And believe me, we've done podcasts where people do get the red carpet treatment.
100.
That's a fact. So the fact that you're so humble is big respect to all of you. And on a personal level, I know a lot of you. We come from a lot of stuff. So to be where we are now, it's humbling, boys. So just keep doing what you're doing. From us at Urfreshtv Sports, if it weren't for teams like you and people that are subscribing, watching and following, we wouldn't be the platform we are. So please keep following our journey. Keep shouting us out. DMs. If you want to jump in the DMs, V will pick up. He's a very, very busy guy. This man, I don't think he gets enough respect for what he does. Tirelessly works. Sometimes I won't talk to V for 2 days, but where are you without editing, man? Yeah, you know what I mean? So big up V. You want any promotion? Jump in the DMs. We'll pick up again. Any clips, goals. Had a young man, Bradley Hudson, the door sent me a few goals today.
Yeah, that clip went mad still.
Yeah, but I just think just keep doing what you're doing, lads, man. But we're
Do
definitely.
you guys have any questions for us before we go? Because we're about to wrap up. So
I would just like to say, go on, do you want to talk?
Just one question.
Go on.
For a man that weren't going to talk, he spoke a lot. Innit?
I know.
Active in it.
The YouTube, the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
The YouTube League.
Go on.
Well, go on for that.
it's coming.
Say no
It's
more.
coming. It's in the works.
Is that what you want to know?
Yeah.
You want to be a part of it, or you want to watch it? Okay, no, just asking. Some people want to watch. Some people want to play. Just asking.
Nah, listen, I just want to just thank you guys for having us on this platform.
Appreciate it.
Keep doing the big work that you're doing. You know, it's all love and support from us. And like, I just want to continue to just say thank you to you guys for putting us on that platform. But listen, without you lot, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Appreciate it,
So
man.
real talk, man. Thank you for having us.
Cool.
And when you're on here, when they're here with us, Spartans.
That's next week Sunday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing 12
Listen,
o'clock
I'll put on
kickoff,
a
yeah?
show for you.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's showtime.
Showtime.
We want to top as well, by the way.
25,000, yeah?
We got your box, man. Don't worry. We seen your name, bro. Don't worry.
Oh man, but listen, from us at Urfreshtv Sport, episode 21. You know,
21, we're moving, man.
Moving,
Appreciate you guys
moving.
coming through, man.
No,
Seriously.
definitely. Again, listen, Urfreshtv Sport on all platforms. YouTube is Urfreshtv. Please subscribe. Please follow, comment, view. All feedback is welcome, right?
All feedback's cool.
Yeah. Haters, we're watching you too.
We love the haters,
Yeah,
man.
of course, bro.
Means you're doing
But
something
listen,
right.
from us at Urfreshtv Sports, it's a wrap.